Hi everyone. The last lesson stopped earlier than I expected. So here I'm just going to finish off sketching the graph. So this is negative pi on 4 as we mentioned, and this asymptote is x equals to pi on 4. Because again, I mentioned from here to here should be half a pi, okay? Because half of tangent is half a pi here. So therefore, negative pi on 4 plus pi on 4 is pi on 2. Okay, here that asymptote will be, so if we want to calculate it here, that's going to be negative pi on 4, take away half a pi, which is negative 3 pi on 4. Okay, so that asymptote is x, x equals to negative, is x equals to negative 3 pi on 4. Okay, so you could literally label all the points based on, this way. So for example, I could, so that point, from negative pi on 4 to, again, pi period, because the period didn't change, so negative pi on 4. Okay, and then, from here onwards or backwards, you could actually literally do all the points labeling if you like. Yeah, so that's pretty much it is what is in for chapter 4a. Okay, so I would really like to move on to chapter 4b, to some general trig functions. Okay, let's continue with some general trig functions. First, here is the very basic form of y equals to sine of x, cos of x, and tangent of x. Okay, so from here, we could actually write the more general form, is y equals to a sine b x take c plus d. By the way, guys, I would really like the idea of you writing this down in your book, because if you only watch me doing this, it wouldn't really go into your head. So it's best that you copy it down in your book, okay? So y is a cos bx take c plus d. Y equals to a tan bx take c plus d. All right, so these are all the general trig functions. Okay, so, and then we have some properties like amplitude, we have period, we have principal axis. Okay, with amplitude, it's actually quite easy. So with sine, cos, they are all absolute value of a. Okay, I've mentioned absolute value a couple of times. So basically, absolute value. So anything, if I have a negative 5, then I give an absolute value that become positive. And of course, positive absolute value is still positive. So it's the modulus, okay? So it's, you remember as amplitude. With tangent is undefined. Okay, period sine is 2 pi on b, cos is 2 pi on b, and then tangent is pi on b. The principal axis is all y equals to d. Okay, I know this looks very easy, but this is just a recap, and these are the things that you have to, it got to be in your, in your head. Okay, these are the things you need to remember instead of putting on your cheat sheet. And with the tangent function, we know the asymptote is x equals to pi on 2 plus k pi. Okay, this is a summary. Translation description, I'd like just to do one easy example. Sine x onto y is 3 sine 5x take pi plus 9. So basically the first week of our course is to revise anything that you've learned from last term, and then we'll be able to move on to the more advanced stuff. Okay. Okay, so here I've changed into this format so we can do it step by step. Okay, so first we could do a horizontal dilation, shrinked by factor of 5, and that becomes y is sine 5x. Make sense? Okay. Second horizontal translation of pi on 5 to right. And that becomes y equals to sine 5x take pi on 5. As you can see, this matches, these will match with our core here, okay? And third step, we could do, actually it's easier to do vertical dilation. Vertical dilation of, stretched by a factor of 3. And that becomes y is 3 sine 5x take pi. Okay, last step, vertical translation. 9 unit up, and then will be y is 3 sine 5x take pi plus 9. All right, so this is the full steps of doing the function translation. Okay, this is a short video, and then next video I'm just gonna recap reciprocal trig functions. Okay.